Continuing our countdown to Royal Ascot with the best of British in the company of Graham Cunningham. We're going to take a look at St James's Palace Stakes, the guineas for the 3-year-olds effectively on the rounds course. And it'd be really, really good if Harbour Watch is back in town. We've not seen him since last season.
It's a real shame. He looked so exciting both at Newmarket's July meeting and at Glorious Goodwood last summer. But injury, leg troubles intervened by the look of things. And according to the latest reports, you've probably read them, it's 50-50, I think at best, as to whether he gets there. But let's remind ourselves as to what a potent force he was last summer, because this contains some pretty good horses in the yellow. Bogart, horse we've touched on already, has come back and run a screamer in the Duke of York. And Harbour Watch, as he had at Newmarket, quickens and sustains that burst of acceleration later. Right of picture, I think we have Casper Netscher, German Guineas winner, but Harbour Watch showing that long, fluent, elegant stride, sustains his acceleration, and he beats some good horses, and he beats them with real authority.
He does. Of course, was running in the Camphor Cliffs Silks then. They were talking about Invincible Spirit not, being a sprinter who they weren't sure about him as a star. Acclamation, the father of this guy. Will he stay a mile?
I hope so. We didn't get the chance to see last season, but it seems that connections are optimistic of that. His campaign is being talked of as a mile campaign. So I really hope we see him. It could well be touch and go as to whether they get there. David Redvers came out with a quote yesterday that was, I think, mildly optimistic, but no more than that. So the race will be all the richer for his presence if he turns up, because without him it's looking somewhat confused. The milers at the moment, with Camelot having gone up to 1.5 miles with great success, it's difficult to pinpoint proper stars there.
Pearl Bloodstock sure have some firepower for the Royal Meeting. What about Kujito? 2 runs so far, 2 wins, progressing from a maiden to win a listed race at Sandown last time out, an unbeaten colt who's moving up in grade.
And Brian Meehan likes to aim high where he can, and I understand his ambition with this horse, because he looked good first time out in a valuable maiden at Newmarket, showed a turn of foot to land it, and once again he showed a turn of foot to land, is it the Heron Stakes here at Sandown a couple of weeks ago. Takes him a little while to find that top gear, but with Frank Dettori on board he does find it, and he quickens a bit too well for Stipulate late on, with 1 or 2 well-regarded but slightly disappointing horses in behind. So it's there in the book, a narrow success. A great deal more would be needed to win even an average St James Palace Stakes. So he's an improver, significant improver, and he'll need to make big improvement again to win a Group 1 at Royal Ascot.
And do you get the feel this season amongst the 3-year-old milers, maybe across the Channel, across the Irish Sea, that there's no sort of outstanding stars? I wouldn't say it's a bun fight, but it's up for grabs.
I would say it's a bun fight. It's definitely still winnable, the title of champion 3-year-old miler, because we're not highly unlikely to see Camelot. French 15 ran a blinder in the Guineas, went to the Prix de Jockey Club, and along with 18 other horses got badly hampered. We had Power, who sprang back from a subdued, in fact woeful performance in the Guineas at Newmarket to win the Irish Guineas, beating Foxtrot Romeo by a length. So both those horses are plausible Royal Ascot contenders for the St James's Palace. Anything else we should mention? Most improved, perhaps. He was another caught up in the traffic at Chantilly at the weekend. He might come back. French 15 might go for a Prix Jean Prat. So I think Foxtrot Romeo has that option as well. But the St James Palace is a big time Group 1 race at Royal Ascot, and it's there for the winning at the moment.
Of course, Frankel was the star of the show 12 months ago, only just though, in a dramatic renewal of the St James's Palace, and what a way to kick off day 1. That promises to be an absolute cracker.